So modules is the tool that you will be using to provide a structure of your course to your students. And it's basically like an empty shell, and then you add information and content that you have created elsewhere into this empty shell. And it means that you will divide your course into manageable modules, or that you will in a way chunk your content and then provide access to these modules sequentially. So it's also it gives you and your students a visual overview of the structure of the course. And what it does then is that it connects to material that you create elsewhere. So for example, you will probably create a lot of pages, and on these pages you can add video lectures and images and illustrations and links, and of course a lot of text that describes different segments of your course. You create discussions, or it's something equivalent to forums in Cambro. Using the discussions tool, you will create assignments using the assignments tool, and then you will probably upload certain documents in files. And all that can be then brought into the module structure so that students can access it directly from this structure. This also means that you do not have to provide everything to your students right away. Instead, you might open the first module, if it's an introduction module, for example, the first 2 weeks, if it's a distance course, and then the other modules will be visible, at least the titles of them will be visible, but the students can't access the content right from the start. And then you can open it up so that the next week then module 2 will open up, for example. And that might be a good way of structuring the activity in the course so that both you and your students are on the same page. So now we can have a look at how it looks in my course. So here we are on our front page, and then we click on modules to get to the module structure. And here you can see the shell that I was talking about. So you have module 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I have divided up my course into 6 modules. And under each module, you can see different sections here. So in this case, I have created a page, and you can see the symbol for a page here that's called Module 1 Course Introduction. In the next module, where the actual action starts, apart from having a page that provides a lot of content for my students, I also have added sections that links to a seminar discussion that's been created in discussions, and I have a short written essay which has been created in assignments. So in that way you can provide as many sections as you like under each module. So if we have a look then at how the first page looks, the course introduction page, you can see then that here I have provided information about the course. I like to add a visual banner right at the top also, just to emphasize that we are on module 1 now. I've said something about module objectives. I have different resources, so a lot of the things that I will be talking about in this first week is about helping them to get oriented to the class. So I have a number of video instructions here that describes the course and also describes the platform so that they know where to find things. I have provided links to documents, and I also have some activities to using different tools that are external to Canvas, but that you can embed. In this case, I have no readings. So in that way, you just create these pages the way that you see fit, the way that you prefer to do it. And then in order for your students to navigate back to the main page, they need to click on modules over here. So that's the way I have structured it. So I prefer to put a lot of information right onto the pages that I create, but it might be that you prefer to just add a lot of different subsections to each module, where you have a subsections for videos and such. So that's up to you, of course. And the last thing I want to show you is that these are open to my students because we have moved into module 4 now, but here on module 5 you can see that it says will unlock on May 11th of May. So that is something that you can set the date for when you want them to open. So this is still locked for my students, although they can see this information, but they can't access the actual pages. So that is what I plan to say about modules.